Just a good old rainy day. Got the day 2 vlog all edited up and posted. Did that last night before I called it a night. Oh. It's the some kind of Harry Potter bumper sticker. We'll say the only drawback to having puppy with me is whenever we got to go for walks, because it's raining. Normally it's not a bad deal, but it's raining and the temperature's dropping. I'm trying to see if I can decide to throw the camera on out, try that one out. If this works out alright, then this will be the clip I'll use. If not, I'll end up just deleting it and it'll be what it'll be. So, yeah. I'm just glad it's kind of just drizzly rain and not, sideways windy rain. That would be annoying. I was looking at new cameras earlier. I was looking at, not new as in just came out, because, well, that's not really what I'm looking at. But, phew, I'm getting a little bit of wind. Kind of works better just holding the umbrella. Little, nice. Not about a normal like the hand grip. It's getting cold. What I was thinking is, come on, dude. Just drive. If you're gonna drive, drive. Come on. Do. Driving slow. That's what you call not getting your stuff done before you start driving. Like sitting in your vehicle and finishing that last text message or last email or doing all that and then driving off. That's what that's called. Otherwise, gotten moving. Definitely driving today. But no, so I was looking at different cameras earlier, and I really want the Fuji X100V. I had the X100F in silver, but I really want the X100V in black. I liked the F when I had it, but wasn't a fan of no weather sealing, and I wanted a black camera, actually. Just the silver just didn't really do it for me. I liked it at first, but it was just too, I guess the silver was just flashy. And I keep looking at the Ricoh GR3. That one has image stabilization, but no weather sealing. And, it's days like this when weather sealing would be good to have. Not under an umbrella right in situations where, like if I was going shopping in this weather, I wouldn't even throw an umbrella. I wouldn't throw an umbrella. I wouldn't grab an umbrella. I would just, dude, what the heck is this dude doing? I wouldn't even really bother with an umbrella. I would just throw a coat on, because a coat is going to shed enough water off of it to not be a problem. Slow. You alright? Okay. Come on. Leave stuff alone. But yeah, I've been kind of looking at that camera, and I don't know. I want it, but it's got things I'm just not huge on. But and then it's like, does that camera offer me anything that my RX100 doesn't? The form factor doesn't really get me excited. The features don't get me excited. I mean, I don't know. Just doesn't really do anything for me, I guess. Like I said, jeez, I'm dog. Kind of glad he has less traction than I do on this this wet concrete. But oh well. You gotta check out every cigarette butt and piece of chewing gum and stick and leaf, whatever. So I guess until I can find an X100V, I'm gonna hold off on getting any cameras right now. Did order a new handlebar for the bike. That'll be coming in pretty soon. Want something with a little bit of rise to it, a little more rise to it. But see how that goes. But oh well. So go ahead and catch you all next time I pick up the camera. Well, yeah, I thought it wasn't raining. Apparently, it started back up again. But no biggie. It's not raining as hard as it was, and my little insulated jacket kind of takes care of the cold. Come on, dude. But trash in the ground. But so I kind of figured out my camera debacle, if you can call it that, or dilemma, or whatever you want to call it. Started looking at the GR3 some more, and looked at some Leicas. Really didn't want to spend, I guess, over $1,200. You know, well, I guess 14 if you figure the what was that one? The X100V. You know, I think that was about $14.90 something. But because they're pretty much unobtainium right now, people are selling them for $1,800, which, I'm sorry, just because something's hard to find, I'm not paying a premium. And I get it, get the whole microcontroller shortage and all that stuff, but yeah, I'm not gonna spend extra money on something just because. So it is cold, and I didn't think it was raining. I didn't think it would be this cold out, although I should have, because I was out here earlier. Didn't bring an umbrella. Didn't bring my hat. I'm cold. But back to the camera discussion. So started looking around at used cameras at one of the sites I've done pretty good business with in the past. You know, buying, haven't bought as much as I've sold to them. You know, but I ended up A6500. I've had an A6000 many years ago. Ooh, this is muddy. This is muddy right here. Muddy, nasty muddy. Whew, sliding around. Had the A6000 years ago. Got rid of it. I may have mentioned this in other videos. Area back here. Not really filming area, but just this area, you know. I don't know. Oh, leave the birds alone, dude. Had the A6000 and a 10 to 18 and a 18 to 200 Hasselblad. Really wish I never would have gotten rid of that setup, but at the time I was like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get the RX100 Mark V, and then I sold that and got the RX100, which for a travel camera, it's it's pretty good. The wind's definitely picking up. Trees are swaying around a little bit. No, so I kind of did that upgrade, you could say. Bought the with those cameras, switched over to the RX100 Mark VI, because I kind of figured, because at the time, whenever we'd go on vacation, we were flying, pocketable travel camera. Well, with things the way they are, and with pets and stuff like that, it kind of became to where, we can't really fly to travel places anymore, so driving became the norm. And someone has a cat. Jeez, come on, the money back. Stop. So, jeez, dude, watch yourself. So, pretty much did the whole. Like I said, I regret getting rid of that A6000. But we make mistakes, because I have the RX100 Mark III, and I really like that camera. But the Mark VI, I just never did enjoy. I guess it was, which I should have known better, because when I had the A6000, the lens that lived on there was a 10 to 18, and the 10 to 18 worked great. Great focal length, worked great when we were going places. I like that focal length that it gave. So I'm hoping the 28mm will be fine. I may end up trying to do like I did in the past, and let's go back the other way, buddy. Might try and go back and get another 10 to 18 if I can find one at a decent price. But right now I have a 28mm lens that was going to be my. It was whenever I got rid of my Fuji X100F. I sold that and got a A7 Mark II and the 28mm lens, just to kind of be a daily, kind of street camera kind of thing. If you can tell, come on, dude, quit pulling so hard. If you can tell, the moral of a lot of my photography stuff is, think multiple times before you sell a camera or whatever, because a lot of times what you think will be your setup going forward ends up not really being a setup that you use for long term. And I mean, in a way, I haven't taken huge losses on stuff. I mean, some stuff I have, some stuff I haven't. Some cameras I've picked up of Fuji used X-T1. I really like that camera. When I was coming out here, it was kind of one of those, well, what camera would you, I'm not going to mention what camera I brought with me, but, I was talking with my dad, and it was like, well, which camera, if something happened to it, would you be most upset about losing? And, camera doesn't have to cost a whole lot to mean more than another camera that may cost a little bit more. You know, so that fueled my decision on what to bring. I mean, granted, all of my cameras are important to me, and I like all of them. It's not like I'd, go put one on the curb for someone to just pick it up. I would say any camera of mine, it's one of those things. None of them are like huge. None of them have sentimental value to them. But yeah, so it's just one of those kind of things. Ooh, cold. But yeah, so that's the route I'm going. Hey, what's going on? So, a little follow up to the camera debacle, if you want to call it that. Ended up looking around some more, and I think I'm gonna settle on the A6500. I've got a 28mm Sony lens that I don't have a home for really, and I bought it when I got rid of my X100F. I bought that to put on the A7 and used that for a while, and then ended up switching out to a different lens on the A7 body, the 16-35. Just back when I had my A6000, I had a 10-18, and that lived on the camera, so I was like, okay, 16-35 on a full frame. All right, cool. And I mean, for travel, for stuff like that, I'm not going to, if there's something great, I'm not going to get the opportunity really in short order. That kind of makes sense. But for just stuff, street photography, just every day running around, I think the 18, or even getting another 10-18, not the 18, the 28, or getting another 10-18 and throwing it on the on an A6500, I think would be a better alternative to go. And the thing is, looking at the used prices, so it's one of those. It just seems like it would be the smart decision to do. Looking at the Ricoh, the GR3, it just didn't really had a lot of things I didn't care for. And then, that's $1,000 basically by the time you use extra batteries, all the usual stuff. The X100V, it's weather sealed, which is what I want, but that's about $1,400 if you can find it. $1,800 most places because of chip shortage issues. So I think the 6500, and then if I put some kind of pancake lens on it or something, or even in my lens collection, I think that would be because I have that and a few old Minolta manuals, but I usually like to put those on the XT1. So I think my 28mm, it doesn't have a use for right now, doesn't have a home, so that'll go on that camera. That'll be my decision. But like anything, all decisions are subject to change. So if you wonder why I keep turning around and everything, I keep trying to avoid cars. Come on, dude. So not really cars, but people, because I hate filming and people looking at you funny. So the rain is starting to pick up, so me and Puppy are gonna make our way over to the door. I'll try and maybe edit this one up tonight and get it to be an actual day's vlog, not calling it a daily vlog, and be really like 3 days or 4 days worth of videos. So I guess I'll go ahead and edit this one up. So went ahead and jumped on KH, and I looked on Amazon, and I looked on B&H and Adorama. Not that I'm gonna order anything at this point, but I do think if I
happen to grab a lens for the camera, other than that 28 I have, I'll probably end up getting something like this, which is the 20 mil f2.8, or if I really want to own a lens, there is always this option. So, but I'm not really feeling like, spending this about $700 by the time you figure shipping and tax and all that. So if I do grab anything, it'll probably be this 20 mil, just because I think that would be a nice compact setup, and be about a 30 mil equivalent. So I'm probably not going to grab anything for it. I'll probably just run the 28 on it, because then if I put something else on it, or if I do get anything, get rid of that 28 and buy the 10 to 18 maybe. But I don't know. One of those things. Kind of just got to look at what prices are doing, and I usually end up looking around, seeing what prices do on something, and then check every so often. And then eventually, if I decide that I want to get rid of a piece of gear, then see knowing what the prices have been doing, because the prices do fluctuate some. So obviously, if normally the lens used will go for, let's just see something for entertainment's sake. All right, now let's see. Conditional. We'll say like new. Sure, has everything. So right now that lens is going 118. Let's see. Sony 28 millimeter. That's the one. I feel like mine's the f2. There we go. Caps and hood. So, if I were to... oh, wait. Never mind, I saw that. So, if I were to sell 28 at 182, $50 could swap out to this lens here. So, it is a possibility, but we'll see how I like the 28 mil on there versus this 20 mil. But it is definitely a possibility to do that swap with the lens, sell the 28, and who knows, buy the 20. All right, well, always some stuff to figure out. But well, you know what? I guess I'll end this vlog with a question. Which lens would you run on as just everyday general photography stuff? Would you run a 20 2.8 on an A6500, or would you run a 6500? So let me know. Actually, you know what? Here would be actually a, because this may or may not be weather sealed, and I don't think this lens is weather sealed. Yeah, so it's not weather sealed, then yeah, that would kind of sway my decision, because the 28 millimeter is a weather sealed lens, or weather resistant at least, so it does definitely have that going for it. So if this lens is not weather sealed or weather resistant or something, then I will definitely be staying with my 28 mil.